All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go on a Tuesday. Official drink of the day, Diet Mountain Dew. Let's get it going. All right, here we go. All right, so over the last few days, we've been hanging out around Lambeau Field trying to get a glimpse of Jaire Alexander and Rasul Douglas because the 3 days of mandatory minicamp starts today for the Green Bay Packers. Lambeau Field, Don Hutson Center, Ray Nitschke Field. We'll see what comes out of this. All right, so today the Green Bay Packers start their 3-day mandatory minicamp. They will then disperse and not get back together until the end of July for training camp. And then, of course, you have the preseason. And then we jump into regular season. This mini camp is different. Normally, the 3-day mini camps, mandatory ones, they're open to the public. The Packers have shut that down this year. Now, I've heard some speculate that it might be to shield Jordan Love from Packer fans and over-examination of him. I'm not sure if that's true or not. If it is true, I hope it's not, because I hope Jordan Love could handle being watched. He's going to have to do it when it comes to training camp. But we will see what comes out of this mini camp. It's not much different than the OTAs, except for the fact that it's mandatory. They're not in pads or anything. There's not a whole lot you can learn. We can learn more from the press conferences, and we'll cover that here in the podcast as well. Players and coaches' press conferences. That's where we'll learn some more stuff, but hopefully everyone looks good. No injuries during this mandatory 3-day camp. I'm just going to start referring to the Jets as the New York Fighting Aaron Rodgers. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at that headline. From Bleacher Report, Jets rumors Adrian Amos agrees to 1-year contract after 4 seasons with the Packers. So tack on another former Packer who's going over with Mr. Rodgers out there in New York with the Jets. Remember, it used to be that all these Packer players would leave Green Bay and they'd all end up in Minnesota, like Ryan Longwell, Brett Favre, etc. Now they're all going to the Jets. I don't know if Amos was one of Rodgers' buddies or not, like the guys who followed him over on offense, but what I do know is this, that all these guys, including Rodgers, were all on the Packers last year, and it didn't help the Packers out so much. They didn't even make the playoffs. So we'll see how it all turns out in New York, but didn't do Green Bay much good, so we'll see. Tack on another one to the Jets. All right, so after the Brewers inexplicably get swept by the Oakland Athletics over the weekend, a lot of people have been talking about this Brewer team saying, well, what do they need? Well, they need a bat. They need a bat. The Brewers need like 5 bats. Honestly, when you look at it, these two guys in this picture right there, Rowdy Tellez, Willy Adames, with the way that they're both hitting, they should be batting like 7, 8, 9 in any normal major league batting order. For the Brewers, these are top 3, top 4 guys. It's a lack of talent. You know, a lot of people said, well, the A's essentially have a minor league team. They're fielding a minor league roster. Well, the Brewers are right now, too. Part of that is because of injury, but, Brandon Woodruff coming back doesn't fix the Brewer offense. The Brewer offense is atrocious. You know what the problem is? Not only do they have low batting averages, not only are they inconsistent, but they don't even hit into productive outs. Their offense is a train wreck. They need like 3, 4 bats, legitimately, if we're talking about them making a good run. They are void of all talent right now on offense. All right, so we got the Brewers back in action here tonight. They are kicking off a quick 2-game series in Minneapolis against the Twins. Corbin Burns on the mound tonight against Pablo Lopez. Going back to the weekend, terrible sweep. Maybe not so terrible, because it appears that the Oakland A's are now the hottest team in baseball. As they went and they beat Tampa Bay last night, the A's have won 6 games in a row. I don't care. Terrible sweep. Brewers never should have got swept by them this weekend. It was an awful series. I mean, if you lose 1 game out of 3, understandable. You should have won 2 out of 3. You probably should have got a sweep. But the fact that the Brewers got swept, inexplicable. Absolutely terrible. Tonight, though, taking on the Twins should be a good, quick 2-game series. Both teams very similar this year. Both play in poor divisions. Both are near the top. Both have a similar record. Tonight is almost a must-win, I would say, for the Brewers, for the simple fact that you have Corbin Burns on the mound. He needs to pitch like a Cy Young Award winner. That's what the Brewers need from him. Now, remember, you can follow along on Twitter at Wisconsin_FAM. That's at Wisconsin_FAM. Have a great day.